Bananas. Bananas are the #1 selling product according to Walmart CEO. Bananas in 2011 accounted for 145 billion tons, which was sold by 130 countries, amounting to a total price of $44 billion. Banana is a monoculture crop and it is pesticide intensive because of its low genetic diversity, as bananas reproduce by asexual reproduction. Bananas are also very susceptible to high winds, high velocity floodwaters, and fungal disease, especially within the Caribbean. The Panama disease eliminated the Go-Michel variety in much of Latin America and the Caribbean. Currently, banana producers are struggling with the black cickatoga, which is also a fungal infection which causes premature ripening of fruits and leaf spot in bananas. One study of regulatory data from 11 OECD importing countries and 19 exporting countries revealed that there was a 10% increase in tighter restrictions and stringency measures on the pesticide chlorpyrifos, and this actually led to a 14.8% decrease in the importation of bananas. In 1999, the Ministry of Health and Environment carried out a research in Martinique which showed that the pesticide Kepone or Chlordecone was actually still present in the soil, the rivers, and the waterways in Martinique, although the chemical had been banned since 1993. Chlordecone, or Kepone as it is called, was first introduced to the island after it was authorized by the then Minister of Agriculture, Jacques Chirac, who became President of France. Kepone had been banned in many countries from 1979, and it wasn't banned in France until 1990. Political pressures kept it in use in the French territory until 1993. A study carried out by Karani in Health, Nutrition, and the Environment revealed that 95% of the population of Martinique and 93% of the population of Guadeloupe contain Kepone contaminants within their blood. Kepone is an endocrine disturber. What it does, it causes nervous tremors, slurred speech, cancers, and it also increases the risk for low sperm count. Kepone has been linked with the increased prevalence of prostate cancer in Martinique. Right now, the two French territories have the highest rate of prostate cancer globally. Martinique has a rate of 158 per 100,000, whereas Guadeloupe 189 per 100,000. And this has all been linked with the chemical Kepone. The US factory which first produced Kepone was shut down in 1975 after it was recognized that the workers were becoming ill. An assessment of the situation in Martinique revealed that 1/3 of the coastline had been contaminated with Kepone, and fishermen were recommended to do deep sea fishing instead of fishing close to the coastline. 30 and 50% of agricultural lands have been contaminated by Kepone. Statistics also show that 24,000 hectares have been partially contaminated by Kepone, and 4,000 hectares have been totally polluted with Kepone and cannot be used for any agricultural projects. Transgenic crops offer an ideal opportunity. It decreases the use of pesticides by 37% and increases the farmer's yield by 22% and profit by 68%. Additionally, it's more nutritious and adds more value and reduces the need for pesticides. This video aims to teach St. Lucian farmers a vicarious lesson of the dangers of pesticides in banana production. Lessons from Martinique. Although the pesticide Kepone was banned in 1979 in most countries and then banned in France in 1990, banana farmers in Martinique pressured their government to keep Kepone in use, so it was not banned on the island until 1993. Health and environmental officials in 1999 discovered that Kepone was still in the soil, rivers, coastline, and the food supply, especially in root crops such as dasheen, banja, sweet potatoes, tanya. This is because the soil had been poisoned with Kepone and was now entering the food supply. Kepone was also found in the blood of almost all the adults in Martinique and Guadeloupe when the authorities carried out a survey on the island during 2013 and 2014, more than 20 years after the chemical had been banned. Martinique and Guadeloupe now have the highest rate of prostate cancer in the world. This is because Kepone causes cancer, nervous tremors or tremblade, slurred speech, capale conjonctinis stroke, dizziness or agouti, and low sperm count. About half of the 24,000 hectares of farmlands have some level of Kepone poisoning, and 4,000 hectares are now totally poisoned and cannot be used for farming or any other project. The roadside vendors who sell fresh fish, fresh vegetables, and cooked food has made it difficult for the government to truly test the level of Kepone still in the food. The US factory which made Kepone closed in 1975 after the workers fell sick, but the permit to make Kepone was sold to other companies over the years. In 2009, the organization responsible for pesticide worldwide officially banned Kepone. Some farmers in Martinique continued using Kepone illegally until 2002 to treat weevils. They used aeroplanes to spray Kepone. Almost half of the coastal waters have been poisoned, so the government has banned fishing near the coastline. This may explain why a high number of persons come from Martinique daily to buy fish by the cooler load in St. Lucian. The impact of Kepone has been felt on the environment, has been felt on farmers, and it has affected the health of the entire population. The health impact of Kepone is so great that no amount of compensation can restore good health or the purity of the soil and water. There are some very important lessons which should have been learned. With the new UK rules for testing bananas for remaining pesticide level, now is the best time to say no to pesticides in banana production. It's time to return to organic farming, the traditional way of farming. Upon reflecting on this project, of the impact of pesticide use in banana production in Martinique and the lessons for St. Lucian farmers, one of the things which I learned is that you should not underestimate anybody's craft. Because to create this video has certainly been a challenge for somebody like me who has not been very technologically savvy or technologically advanced. But I'm thankful for the workshop that we had, because it really gave me the necessary tools that I needed to present this project in a way that farmers and laypersons could understand the health implications and the environmental implications. How beautiful nature is. And it was so interesting to learn about the impact of Kepone, or what the French call Kepone, on the citizens of Martinique. And what was even more striking was that political powers of farmers pressured the government to continue using a substance which they knew had been banned and which they knew had harmful effects on the environment and human beings. It's also interesting to see how the former Minister of Agriculture, who later became the President of France, had a hand in all of this. And what was very striking for me is that no matter of compensation can redo the environmental damage which has been caused by Kepone. Generations and generations will see the effect because the soil has been completely poisoned. And what comes to mind is the high migration of St. Lucians from St. Lucia to Martinique, and also the illegal export of food and agricultural goods and services. It has me reflecting, where do we stand in all of this? What is St. Lucia's position as a result of what's going on in Martinique? Agriculture and pesticides has really been a transgressor of the environment. And I was happy for the experience in this exam, well, it is an examination. I was happy for that experience to actually learn and to see the implications on planetary health and on the various planetary boundaries such as the biosphere and biogeochemical flows that pesticide was having. And although the presentation limited me in terms of time, it has provided me with a wealth of knowledge of the impact of pesticide in banana production, and the fact that it's not just limited to the banana industry, but it extends to other sectors within the economy.